This interactive simulation shows the phase behavior for water on a pressure volume diagram. And it's important to point out this is the log of pressure on the y-axis, the log of volume on the x-axis. And then to the right of that diagram is a piston cylinder to represent the conditions. So the light green is vapor, the darker blue is liquid. So the diagram on the right of the piston cylinder, if you notice up here, is checked log, so it's on a log scale to make it easier to see the two phases. We can independently vary the pressure and the volume and move this dot around on the diagram. Or we can pick one of the suggested pathways, which we'll look at when we look at the actual simulation. So let's look at the simulation and look at different pathways going from liquid to vapor. So here's the interactive simulation, and we can use this slider to change the pressure, and there's a delay time for response to do the calculations. But we're increasing pressure at constant volume, or at constant pressure, for example, we could decrease the volume and then, for example, put it always into liquid region. So the suggested pathways just indicate that we could go from a liquid to a vapor without seeing a phase change. In other words, if we let's start at the lower pressure. And so what I can do is just increase pressure at constant volume to approximate this pathway. Now I can increase volume at constant pressure. Let's make the volume even larger. And then I can decrease pressure at constant volume. I've gone from a liquid to a vapor. I did not see on the right any condition where I have two phases. On the other hand, if I select just to follow the pathway, here's a pathway where I can go from vapor to liquid, and I'll do this by first decreasing volume. Now I'm in a two-phase region. I increase pressure a little bit to approximate that orange line, so let me increase it a little less, and sometimes it's easier to do it by stepping. And now I can decrease volume at constant pressure. Can continue to do so. Thing to notice is I have two phases present. Now I can increase pressure slightly and then decrease volume. And so I went from vapor to liquid and I saw a phase change. Whereas in the first instance I could go around the critical point, what's referred to as circumnavigating the critical point, and I don't see a phase change. And so one of the things this indicates, we've labeled regions as liquid, supercritical, and vapor, but there's no demarcation line. A demarcation line does not exist. It's just a matter of degree, and it's arbitrary of when we're going to decide it's supercritical instead of a liquid, or when it's a vapor instead of supercritical.